Transmutation. Transmutation. So many people speak on the concept of transmutation. And transmutation is literally rooted in the teachings of alchemy. Trans meaning to go beyond, mutation as in mutant, to mutate, to change a substance from something that it is to something that it's never been, to alter, to mutate, as in genetic expression. Transmutation. Transmutation. People speak on this concept but fail to recognize the simplicity and the actual meaning. When things pass through your will, do they upgrade or do they downgrade? When things pass through your will, do they increase in quality, in complexity, or do they decrease in quality and degrade from complexity into complication? Do things become more synthesized and whole, integrated, or do things become less integrated, disintegrated? Whatever you are, your world is yours, and ultimately the highest level of comprehension is that your entire life is passing through your will. If you understand your mind as an apparatus, as a tool, as a center of coordination, then you understand that your life is a matter of you perceiving, receiving, things passing through you, through your mind. And at the outside of that, the output of that, the opposite end of the passing through, does your life in totality upgrade and get better with time? As life and time pass through your will, your life and your time pass through your will, pass through your mind, does it upgrade or does it downgrade? Does it increase in quality? Do things increase in quality? Do the circumstances and aspects and variables of your life increase in quality or decrease in quality? And in all actuality, 95 to 99% of the population participate in time spending, energy spending, and on the opposite side of that window of time and energy spent, aka life spent, their lives decrease in quality. They personally downgrade in quality. I always get asked the question, what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? When people find out what time I wake up in the morning, people find out that I train every day, people find out that I love to read. Like, so what do you do for fun? The question is loaded. It's loaded with the implicit assumption that I don't find those things to be fun, also with the projection that you don't find those things to be fun. But ultimately the question is, what do I do for leisure? Is that the question? What do I do for enjoyment? I progress. I evolve. I advance. How do you mean? What do you do for fun? The things that 95 to 99% of society associate with the concept of fun or enjoyment are actual activities which actually decrease one's personal quality, or how do I even say decrease one's means. What do I do for fun? I increase my capabilities. I increase my means. Most people in this world have no clue as to the difference between means and ends. They confuse means with ends. They think that money itself is going to produce some magical solution to their life. They think that working out or having muscles is going to magically solve the end-all be-all of life. They perpetually seek the ends in means, which have only perpetuated their decrease. They seek increase, they seek joy, they seek elation, they seek freedom. They seek peace in the same places which have always decreased that joy, that peace, that power that they seek. Why? Because the means by which they seek these positive states of being that we're all attracted to, ultimately we're attracted to the concept of increase, liberation from constraint, the inability to do a thing. Low capability is a constraint on one's capacity to exist. So what do? We seek liberation from incapability and move towards capability. Fundamentally speaking, intrinsically speaking. But in the same places that people seek power is the same places they lose it, because by the means which they seek power, the same means that they decrease their power. The same means that they think are going to increase their freedom are the same means that decrease their freedom. They fail to make the correlation between the means and the ends. The ends are all the same for all humans and all life forms that we seek, at least. It's the means at which one goes about it which produces the difference. Transmutation, the change of one state to another state, one condition to another state of condition. We're looking all to upgrade and transmute our lives. We want time to pass, energy to pass, life to pass through our perception and will, our effort, and for that to be on the output, on the outcome of that, be an increase in quality, an upgrade in quality, an increase in capability, an increase of means. But 95 to 99% of the world fails to recognize and comprehend that their lives are on a downward trajectory or in a state of perpetual mediocrity. If you stay at zero for a month, then you've actually gone to negative something. Because the universe is on an eternal march forward. Everything around you is moving forward. It's almost as if this cat over here is listening to what the fuck I'm saying. Because the truth is the truth. If you stay stuck in one spot, you've moved backwards. The universe, everything around you, only knows how to live and knows how to upgrade, knows how to move in the direction of increase, does not know how to impede upon its own progress. The confused are the many. Haywanat hayran fil ard. This is what I'll always say. Animals confused on the land, on the earth. Self-debilitating primates. So as far as transmutation goes and alchemy goes, it's simply the changing of a thing or a substance from one state or condition to a next. Transmutation, as far as you becoming an alchemist of your life, is through comprehending all the concepts that I've just spoken about and being able to integrate them integrally into your life to produce that upgrade in quality that we all seek. That change in state from whatever state you are to better than ever, instead of worse than ever. And as I said, 95 to 99% of the population, 95 to 99% of the population participate in activities which actually decrease themselves in quality, downgrade themselves in quality, decrease their capabilities, and decrease their means. Everybody loves to talk about money. But look at the activities that you participate in which diminish your means. Money is a means. It's only a tool for access to material things and services in the material world. But look at the things that people use the means of money to access, such as alcohol, drugs, narcotics, all the shit. And then they also spend time. You have to spend time and energy to acquire money. And then you spend the money on things which do not gain you more time, do not gain you more energy, and which actually drain your money, don't gain you more money, physically, mentally, cognitively, make you softer, less capable to meet the demands of your environment than ever before, progressively worse, If I imitate that behavior pattern, my life will become progressively worse, as yours has become progressively worse. So, what is the meaning of this message? Transmutation. The goal and the purpose is to ultimately increase one's means, one's capabilities, one's quality of self. That is evolution. That is advancement. That is the intrinsic principle in all of life. Whether these self-debilitating primates can comprehend or recognize that, whether these حيوانات في الأرض تفهموا ولا لا. Easy. So it's on to you. I'm speaking to you. I give you this lesson for you to think and to feel. Don't listen to the things or take on my suggestions simply because I say them. Take on these suggestions and apply them to your life constructively, because you comprehend the intrinsic value, because you can see the contrast between activities which increase your means, increase your capabilities, liberate you from constraints, make you more able than ever before, or activities, time, energy expenditures, investments, which decrease your capabilities, your abilities, your means, and bring you towards less than ever before. Whatever you why your world is yours, sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. Sober and fit are the basics. All animals and all creatures on this planet are sober and fit, other than the human, who is a self-debilitating what? Primate, impedes upon its own progress. What? There's no other animal that wakes up on the daily, that ingests chemicals by its own will, transmuting themselves downward, and makes themselves less cognitively able to respond to their environment with immediacy and accuracy, with true competence. There's no other creature on this planet that impedes upon its ability to respond to its environment, reflexively respond to its environment, by ingesting and consuming particular chemical compounds that impair its mental functioning, its central nervous system functioning. No other creature besides a human, bitch-ass creature. And there's no other creature on this planet that doesn't wake up and live in a physical manner to be as physically fit and capable to respond to its physical environment, to procure sustenance. These creatures they call humans do not physically respond to their environment. They're lazy, they're physically soft and unable. For the most part, 95 to 99%. And then 95 to 99% also participate in cognitively, psychologically, mentally debilitating, self-impeding habits. So they participate by their own will in the transmutation of themselves and their life as a whole, downward. Consider the vibrations raised, so you look at the contrast as an observer, not a participant. And when you leave this video and you leave this message, you go back into the world, and as a conscious participant, simultaneously observing and participating. That's the highest level of comprehension and awareness. Living from that witness. You now have the option of reflecting while playing. This is what a coach does. Right now we're in the huddle. But when you get back on the floor, you got to remember what coach told you, how to play, what to watch out for, and ultimately to score, to continue to increase and transmute yourself in your life upward. Because transmutation is the change of a thing from one condition to another, from one state to another. Transmutation operates in two directions. It's a two-way street. You can either upgrade or downgrade. There's no side grade. Either you're upgrading or downgrading. increasing or decreasing? Becoming more integrated or becoming more disintegrated? How to be why your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. Sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. This is the path. There's no questioning, there's no thinking, there's no debating. There's a deep level of knowing. Is your life the situation that you want to be in right now? Is it the sort of circumstances that are most conducive and auspicious to your personal, deep soul satisfaction? Are you the primary? Are you in the state, in condition? Fuck the having, the being. Are you, as you truly feel best being? Sober, fit, possessing knowledge, ability to meet the demands of the circumstances. You might have $1 billion today, have 0 tomorrow. But if you are that which you wish to be, how you need to be, that $1 billion is an external situation. Because you're still the individual who can meet the demands of the situation. You can have and lose things. But the greatest possession is self-possession. And the possession of a high level of self. So consider the vibrations raised. Evolution only solution, self-mastery only success. If you're not even sober and fit, you won't even be able to fully enjoy the experience of learning from Sheikhy Chic. You have a lot to learn from him. But the best part of the program really begins, the best part of this mentorship really begins once you've mastered the monkey. So get on the program, master the monkey, and learn. But once you get that sober and fit down packed, you'll actually be able to learn and expand your consciousness on a higher level. Because you're no longer living on that inferior plane of still self-debilitating, confused primate who's living with conflicts within themselves, with their environment, still confused and conflicted. You have a lot to learn from me, and I have a lot to teach you, and you have a lot to become. Remember all the principles in here. Transmutation. That's all life is. The universe is one perpetual transmutation. Mutation. A perpetual mutating state. Change. But are you mutating into something better, or are you mutating into something worse? Are you changing into something better than ever or something worse than before? The most delusional people are always going to say better than ever, when in actuality, all actuality, worse than ever. Just look at yourself, look at your people, look at the people around you. Is there before worse than there now? Or is there before better than there now? Meaning, your after should always be better than your before. Your before should never be better than your after. Consider the vibrations raised. Play this back. Get yourself on the program. Lace up. Get ready. Be ready to evolve. Be ready to love your life. Be ready to love yourself. Be ready to grow, to expand, to feel, to think, to live at a richer and deeper level. Consider the vibrations raised. On the other side.